Do you feel like people are out to get you? Does it seem like everywhere you turn, you just are getting caught off guard and bad things are continuously happening to you? Well, you're not alone. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to break the victim mentality. You see, the truth is, most of my life and a huge part of my life, I had a series of horrible things happen to me. And as a way to prevent that from happening, I walked into every further relationship with the mindset of protecting myself. And I didn't even know it. That's the crazy thing. The crazy thing is I started showing up in relationships and holding other people accountable for previous things that had happened to me in my life without even knowing it. It was like my brain was on autopilot and I was navigating through these situations, immediately having a reaction to things that people said, the way that they behaved, the way that they walked into my life. And so these situations that presented themselves, I would just throw up a wall quickly, or I would walk away from a situation, or I'd stop talking to a certain person, or I'd get really defensive or angry and I'd start mouthing off or whatever. There's a ton of different ways that this may come up or show up in your life. These are specific examples how it happened to me. And all of a sudden, I had people not happy with me. They were really disappointed and they were really upset at the way that I was treating them. And the craziest thing happened. I started to get quiet. I started to get still every day. I started carving out a practice in my life every single day to quiet all of the noise. For me, that's in the morning. I carve out this time in the morning where I get completely still and there's no outside influences going on. And in this stillness, I started to take the time to observe my thoughts. I started looking at the way that I was thinking. I started to get grounded in the present moment because I was so busy all the time living in yesterday for my now and looking so far ahead that I couldn't be present in my circumstances. I was so busy walking into relationships, carrying yesterday's baggage, thinking it was the predictor of tomorrow and my present circumstances. You see, our body allows us and our minds are trying to protect us in our new relationships from those things that happened to us yesterday or weeks ago or a month ago or a year ago or a lifetime ago. Whatever it is, your body is literally trying to protect you. It's a protection mechanism trying to protect you from these things that once hurt you so bad. It's protecting you from them happening again. But here lies the problem. We can't differentiate whether this thing that's happening in the now is real or if it's just our response to what happened before. So this grounding, this taking the time in the morning to get recentered, to get quiet, it allowed me the most magnificent thing I have ever been able to experience in my life. It has allowed me to now see these thoughts, see these experiences, see these moments start to happen. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This is my self trying to protect me right now. This isn't really happening. And I'll get really vulnerable. Like, I'm in a current relationship still, and it still happens. This person will have things going on in their life, and I will feel not included. And by not feeling included, I feel unsafe and unloved. And so what happens is this person starts to say things to me sometimes. My partner will say things to me and plan things, and I feel like I'm not a part of. And it's like my abandonment wound cries out for attention. Or this person my partner will talk to me and encourage me and say things to me. And I think they're being critical. and I think they're being harmful. But the truth of the matter is that my partner hasn't done any of those things to me. My partner has never been that person to me. My partner actually has been the quite opposite, very supportive and loving and understanding, and has walked me through all of the stuff for many of years from previous relationships. But this natural reaction becomes about, right? This natural inclination of a victim. Oh, wait, hold on. Got to protect myself. But see, the reality is that it's not true. And so over time of this grounding, exercising to get planted in the now, I have been able to observe my thoughts. I have been able to go to my partner and say, hey, I know this thing is happening right now. And I just want you to know, like, I know that I've been a little different and my energy's been a little off, but here's why. I do recognize this pattern. And I apologize. I don't want my pattern to make you feel like you're paying for the mistakes of previous relationships. And I do realize that I sometimes show up as a victim, but you know what? I am not a victim. I'm a powerful human being, acknowledging myself and my patterns, and I'm bringing them up so that we can talk about them. And then my partner in turn helps reassure me that she sees that too. And then I move into this place where I am starting to not be a victim. And then I stop playing the victim in other situations with other people, and they're able to be critical of me, and I see it as them being helpful. I see now that people are trying to encourage and lift me up. They're not out to get me. They're not trying to harm me or hurt me or put me down. They're looking to help me tweak things to make me stronger and more powerful and better in the highest version, in the highest vibrating version of myself. If you're showing up today and you have a hard time still leaving the victim mentality, I encourage you to get quiet. I encourage you to observe your thoughts, and I encourage you to get grounded. Start the practice now for yourself. And by practicing this grounding exercises, it will carry into your day-to-day activities. You will begin to see a change. You will be able to see a new person available and able to observe their thoughts. You will be more loving and patient and tolerant and considerate of yourself. You will love yourself more. You won't look down upon yourself for being in a victim mentality, and you will break the cycle of the victim. And you will start to be encouraged and loved and brought up in awareness of who you actually are. And you will be able to navigate relationships. And you will be able to meet new people. And you will be able to learn more about yourself. And you will be able to take criticism as compassion and love and understanding. And you will become the highest version of yourself that you want to be. If you do me a favor, hit that like button down there. And as always, subscribe for more content every single day. I love you guys so much. Stay blessed.